that's, I think, the beauty of river cruising is it's not just there's destination unique features, but there's also can be the same destination seen in a different way because I know Viking taps into some different themes. You've touched on one of them, which is wine cruises, and it could be port wine in Portugal. It could be some great Chardonnays in the Rhineland, then lots of other options in Bordeaux. So you've got lots of different themes starting with wine, but then maybe some Christmas markets and some other things that might draw some people out. Walk me through some of the different themed options you have.
See, this is all along the lines of what Viking is doing. You know, all of these things that we're talking about, whether it's wine, whether it's the history themed cruises like the D-Day cruises in France, right? This would be one that I would like to name. Or the wine themed cruises that take you anywhere along the Rhine River, because that is one of the major wine growing regions in Germany, in France, the Moselle, the Danube. You know, it's so deeply ingrained into the local culture that you almost don't need to do a specialty tour, because every tour that we do will touch in the working world excursions on winemaking, on sampling, on tasting. Even on the ship, it translates over to what we're doing on the ship, where we do the themed dinners. You know, you have the same cuisine. You sail through the Wachau region. Of course, you're going to drink the Blaue Zweigeltwein, the Grüner Veltliner wines that pair wonderfully with the local food that we're serving there on board. And you have so many choices. So we're bringing the culture to you and surround you with it, not only ashore, also on board. And of course, wine is such a strong and important part of life anywhere we go, right? You have absolutely fantastic wines in France. One of my all-time favorite cruise is the Chateaus, Rivers, and Wine in Bordeaux, where one of the most renowned wine regions, right? You're finding yourself at a picnic in the vineyards of Chateau Mouton Rothschild, of Margaux. You're walking the village of Libourne, you know. This is the holy grail for any wine enthusiast, you know. And you're sampling the amazing food. You're learning how truffles being located and found by a local expert. I mean, these type of experiences, I don't want to even call them, you know, excursions. These are true experiences. You sit on a boat in the Bay of Arcachon while the fishermen pull out the oysters right in front of you, an opening, and you sample them with a beautiful local wine. It's just second to none, right? I caught the riverbuck many years ago, and I've never gotten over it.
I can tell, and you touched on some great wine stuff. I mentioned the Christmas markets. Again,
Oh yes,
seasonality, right? November and
yes.
December. The normal season for a European river cruise is kind of expanded, Reiner, but correct me
Hmm.
if I'm wrong. Really, the normal season is kind of April through October. There's some March sailings that are starting to come out, but that's really when the destination comes alive. That's when the temperatures are such where it's much more appropriate for you to be out and about in Europe during that April to October time. But if you want the true Christmas market feeling, boy, there's nothing better than sailing on the Rhine or the Danube specifically and hitting either the German or Austrian or Hungarian Christmas markets along the way. I can smell the Christmas smells and the mulled wine that's going to fill you up and warm you from the inside. And trust me, you'll need it because it is cold. But the Christmas markets is definitely something to look at.